Well, Stampers, let's wait for Facebook. And in the meantime, I'm going to check my sound if it is okay. Oh, it is not okay. Here we go. The sound is good. Hello, Stampers. It's the Pampered Stamper. My name is Jackie Vandersar-Boot. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in both Canada and in Europe. And today is Monday, and that means it's time for Cheer Corner. We all need some cheer in our lives, and I firmly believe that together we can change the world one card at a time. So let's do that today. I have a fantastic card to share with you. This idea came to me in the middle of the night a few weeks ago, and I am finally sharing it with you. So let's take a look. I'm going to change my camera, and I'm going to show you what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to move the stamp sets away for a second. Here is the card. So it is a simple one-layer card. It's made out of thick basic white. I have cut a circle in the front of it, and I'll show you in a minute what I've used. And then I have put a snowflake on the front and then another one in the inside. And yes, that is one snowflake die. It is beautiful. It is detailed. You can see it when you cut it out of cardstock. You cannot see it so much if you cut it out of glimmer paper. The paper strips are from the Peaceful Garden suite, and the Peace, Love, and Joy is also from the Peace on Earth, which is also part of this whole suite. It's beautiful. The Peaceful Garden, I didn't take all the paper with. I get tired of dragging everything back and forth, so I can't, my mess is becoming greater than what I can deal with. So this paper also comes with glimmer paper in 3 colors. This is actually, it looks like silver, but it's cloud cover. And then this, I believe, is blueberry bushel, and this is secret sea. And they're really nice. I thought, like, it looks great with the secret sea in the background, but if you go like this and put just this blue, you get a totally different look. See? So you can do whatever you like, and then if you want, you can even make it fancier and do 2 circles. Let me just move it a little bit. And then you get that look. So you see how easy it is to change the look? So here we have 2. Let's see, and this is the magic of not having to glue it down. Then we just have the blueberry bushel, or we have the secret sea. And then in the inside, I just stamped Peace on Earth. And you could go and get fancy and do some kind of stamping all around the edge, or you could do little stars or snowflakes. I didn't have time for that, so I just left it plain. But you can step it up. So we're using, let me just say hello to see if anyone is saying hi to me. Hi, Kim. So nice to see you this morning. So far, you were the only comment. I know that sometimes Facebook is a bit late in getting the comments going. So please do tell me where you're from so that everyone else also knows. And if you do enjoy the video, I'd love it if you would share. That really helps me. Okay, so you could also, this is the stamp set called Ornamental Christmas, and you could use the Wishing You Peace and Joy. That would also look nice across the front. I might do that just so you can see the difference. The circle, I don't know if I put it back in here. I did not. Go figure. Oh, but I do have it. I do have it. Okay, I won't be too hard on myself. I have not, usually I put magnetic sheets in the inside of my stamp cases. I have not done that, but this is a great set with, it's got this little banner too. I think the banner's from there. I don't know. That banner might be in the wrong set. I don't know if you guys ever do that. And then if you do you keep unfinished projects sometimes going? This one didn't get finished. These rings are also part of the Ornamental Christmas suite. So really nice bundle. Then the last thing I need to show you is this Snowy Delights. That is where this beautiful die is from. So take a look at the die right here. Okay, I'm going to lay it here. You can see it maybe. It's really lovely. So that comes in the Snowy Delights. And the Snowy Delights also has masks that I have used. They all layer to make a beautiful design. This is a stamp from in there. I've also cut out some other snowflakes. This is a really pretty one. So there's lots of nice snowflakes in here as well. Oh, look, an extra piece. So here you can see the other dies. Oh, and there's more. Here's some more. And in the past, I have made things with these. You can scroll through and see, but it's a great set. Love it very, very much. Hi, Jennifer from the UK. So nice. Nice to see you. All right, are we ready to get started? Let me move this out of the way. All right, so what we're using something special today. I've already done this. I will share a photo of it later. Adhesive sheets. Okay, these are amazing. So I put an adhesive sheet behind my white, and I put an adhesive sheet behind my silver. And that's really important. It's really going to save you a lot of time. You can do it with glue, but for this particular technique, adhesive sheets are wonderful. They're great for making your own stickers. I highly recommend that you order them. And here is the die. This is the die. It's the same size. If you have the stylus shaped dies, it's the same size as the largest circle from that, okay? I was hoping it would be a little bit bigger so that you could layer them, but no, that didn't happen. So I've used that to cut this circle, and I've also used it to cut the circle in the front of the card. I was hoping to have this circle centered. It is not centered, and you'll see that my card will still be okay. So don't be too hard on yourself. Sometimes good enough is good enough. It's okay. Okay, so here we go. This is just your regular size card. So 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4, or 14.85 centimeters by 21 centimeters, scored at 10.5. So you're cutting the circle in the top, and basically what you're trying to do, I should have moved it over a little bit, maybe it moved when I did it, is you want those three margins to be about the same, okay? And now I really should have had my, what do you call that? The silicone mat. I don't, so I'm going to have to improvise. You know, you guys are used to me having to improvise. Pretend that this is my silicone mat, and we are going to put the, just a second, the silver one on. And to get this, the set, yes, Francine, this set is still available. I should actually check to see if it's on back order or not. I know a lot of our sets are on back order, the nice ones. That's unfortunate. And all I can say to you is when the stuff comes out, actually, you know what? You should just get the starter kit and then use your own discount for a while it lasts. And then you get early access to all the products. And then you don't have to deal with the nonsense of having things sold out. It's really the best thing. And I'm not saying that because it suits me. It's just the best thing for you. So I'm just peeling off this sticker backing. It's a little tricky with a snowflake. So I'm just doing a few at a time. You need patience for this. And you don't want it to get all, I'm just going to pick it up. Here. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now we have our glittery snowflake. And we're going to lay it down. And we're going to kind of eyeball it a bit before we let it go down. And that looks about right. And here we go. I'm pressing these down like so. Okay. This one barely reaches the circle. I'm just going to pick it up a little bit with my pokey tool. And you know what? I'll zoom in a little bit so that you guys can see. Okay. Let me see. All right. Let me zoom in. This is a little bit tricky. Okay, here we go. Oh, no. I don't want to zoom me in. Here, there we go. Okay, so you can see how I have my snowflake on the circle. And this has actually worked out quite well. So if you don't have the silicone sheet, just use a piece of acetate. Now, I'm going to open it up. And you can see now as well that my snowflake is not in the middle of the circle. You know what? Too bad. Not the end of the world. I always tell people that if you are, what do you call that? OCD, you're going to have a hard time with this hobby. So, you know, you have to learn to let go a little bit and just make it, pretend that this was your goal all along. Or, yeah, take your time. Don't do a video and maybe it'll turn out better. Okay, I'm just trying to get the adhesive started here. It's a little tricky. I better put it down. There we go. So I think that if you see me mess up, and if you follow me, you know that I mess up on an alarmingly regular basis. And you know what? I've learned to live with that. I used to get pretty upset with myself, and now it's like, you know what? Too bad. I'm going to slowly lower it over. Here you do want it to be as close as possible. I don't want to mess up here, so I'm taking my time. Slowly adhere. And even if it's not perfect on this at this stage, that's okay too. Then it's just a shadow, okay? But what this does is that it creates stability. And now you've got a snowflake on both sides. How cute is that? That's all there's to it, guys. You could, okay, if you wanted to, before you put the snowflake on, you could run this card through an embossing folder and make that all snowy as well. In fact, I might do that yet just to show you because I think that's a really great idea. And then I forgot about my great idea. Okay, so now we're going to take our pattern paper and we're going to go quite near the bottom because I need to stamp my saying here, okay? And if we want, look, we can even put these two together before we put it on the card. I purposely chose a different pattern paper than the one that I did for my first card because I just wanted to show you what it looks like with another scrap of that pretty paper. It's just so lovely. Love it. This paper was created to be used possibly for Christmas. Oh, goodness gracious. I took the wrong piece. Look, I had two pieces. This one you can see has a little torn edge and it's just a little bit too short. You know, we are really sticking with the theme of me screwing up. That's okay. It's okay. It's all good. A little bit of adhesive. And then guess what else? I forgot my Secret Sea ink, so we're going to use black, which is okay. Secret Sea is very dark. In fact, I sometimes use Secret Sea instead of black because it's juicier. There. So I'm just sliding that. I like using liquid adhesive because it's forgiving and I can move it where I want it to go. So here, we're going to add some more adhesive to the back. I will answer your comments, guys. I'm not doing it right now because I am focusing on making sure you can see what I'm doing here. Right close to the bottom. And now we are going to get our saying. And I thought I would use the different one. Remember, now I have to see if I can find my stamp set. Yes, we're going to use this one, wishing you peace and joy. Let's get that out of there. And I hope I have a, oh, I do. I have a block, guys. I have a block. My block is filthy. I don't know how I did that, but it is. Okay. I have made my own Memento ink pad out of a white, like a naked white one. It says white on here, but it's actually an uninked pad. I like the foam better than the linen pad. Okay. So now we'll see. We'll see if this is going to make a liar out of me. A light tap, tap, tap. And now let's just move it up here. And then we'll see. And I think actually, well, you know what? I'm going to do it. And then you can see the difference. I'm not going to tell you what I think yet. Slightly crooked and not perfect. Okay. I am going to show you later how I'm going to fix this. I'm going to add another layer of sparkly or something and then add white over top. Not a biggie. We're going to open this up. And then I'm going to lay this. I want this to be perfectly centered in here, but I'm going to use the dark one. And in order to do that, I'm going to kind of lay it on here. This is my trick, okay? So we're going to lay it on there because now it's perfectly in the circle. We're going to add our adhesive. Okay, the circle is perfectly in the circle. I don't see an opening anywhere. Now I'm going to carefully close it onto the circle. And there we have it. It's perfect. And now on the bottom corner, you can stamp whatever you want. And I'm going to keep this as Well, you know what? I think just a nice Merry. What does it say on the front? Wishing you peace and joy. Whoop, 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 whoop. I had a little adhesive on my fingers. I think we're going to use just the big Merry Christmas from here. And then, no, I can't. You know what? I cleaned up. You should never clean up, people. I cleaned up, and that means I have no ink pads in here except for my black. I would have liked to stamp the tree in the inside, but maybe I'll do a short little video afterwards showing you my card fixed up, you know, without any big mistakes anymore. Okay, so we're going to do this again in black. I should have had my Secret C. It's a better ink pad. And I'm going to put it on this side so that I can write my comments or my little note. There. Oh, that doesn't help to have a block stamp set in the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that worked out just fine, but I need to re-ink my ink pad again. Okay? So that's it, guys. That is the simple card. Let me zoom out a little bit. Let me close up my ink pad, and then let's compare the two cards side by side and give it a little bit of a critical review. Okay? So, let's see. The card on the left is quite perfectly centered. The card on the right is not. And I think the card on the right looks just fine. It's not the end of the world. This card has a bigger sentiment, and this one has a smaller one. I personally like the bigger sentiment better. I like the balance of the elements better with the bigger sentiment. So that's good to know. I am going to fix this because I do not like that it is a little ombre here. It's not bad. It's really not bad at all. So I should just leave it and not be so perfectionistic. I should believe in like what I preach, practice what I preach. But this shows you how important it is to re-ink your ink pads. So I'm just going to pop by for a minute. Let me just see. And thank you, Jocelyn. Or is it Jocelyne? Legros. Magnifique. Mais pas se dies, je ferai autrement. Okay, I can read French better than I speak it. Mais c'est possible d'utiliser les autres dies. So it is possible to use other dies. We've had different snowflake dies over the years. Yeah. I would love to see what you make, Jocelyn. Yeah, so if you do end up making this card and you use different things than what I did, please drop a picture in the comments. I'll post a picture of these two cards side by side, maybe with the other one altered a little bit, and then I would love to see your work. So thank you for joining me today, and I will see you again. I'm going to be working on some tutorials. Some of you guys request tutorials even after I have done a video with all the little cheat sheets. Those written tutorials will be available as singles. I will charge a small fee because I have to take time out of creating and making videos by writing these tutorials. So I do need to be compensated for my time. They will be, of course, a lot cheaper, the singles, but they should be, I should have 1 or 2 up maybe yet today. So keep checking. And thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful day. Happy stamping, and remember, we can change the world one card at a time. I'll say it in Dutch, wij kunnen de wereld veranderen, 1 kaart tegelijk. Ja? Et en français, c'est possible pour changer le monde, une carte parfois. C'est correct? C'est vrai? Oui. All right. Have a wonderful day. I wish I could learn a few more languages, and I wish I was better at it. But if I could just live in France for 3 months, I think I would be fluent, and I would love that. So I'm so happy that you follow me from wherever you live in the world. I am grateful for you. So have a super day, and thank you so much for joining me today. Bye-bye.